at the cemetery entrance that we came into, they have that signpost that I showed you, and then you get a bunch of different leaflets, all covering different sections of the cemetery, which I thought was really, really good. I've never seen that before. I know you can get cemetery maps when you go to some places, but I've never seen a bunch of leaflets provided for you as you walk in. So that is pretty awesome. I'm not saying I'm going to find any of them, because I've come here particularly to see the ruins of a 13th century chapel, the first chapel dedicated to the Holy Ghost. I think I can see some war graves though. Well, they look like soldier graves. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah, there's a few soldiers here. There is a Commonwealth grave section here. So we've got J. Ballard, Hampshire Regiment. He was aged 50 when he died on the 9th of November 1917. S.A. Mercer, Machine Gun Corps. He was 23, passed away 25th of October 1918. Rest in peace, soldiers. Oh my goodness. E.C. Cook, his Hampshire Regiment. He passed away 8th of May 1917. He was only 18 years old. Jeez. Sad. Rest in peace, soldier. E. Fulbrook, Army Service Corps, 11th of April 1917. Wowee. 1917, 26th of March. F. Goodyear. And J. Strong, a leading stoker, RN, HMS Victory. He passed away, it looks like 15th of April 1917, aged 39 years. Some graves there with no markers, but you can see there are graves there. Wow. Let's continue to have a look around. Wow. This is a very old cemetery, and I'll put all the details up as I normally do. And I'm not here particularly to see anybody. I'm here to have a general look around and check out the chapel ruins. Some of this is sort of well grown up now. And look at that tree right in front of the grave marker. Huh. Crikey. Harriet Dyer, 1875 she passed away. Rest in peace, Harriet. 1905, George. Looks like George Tubb. It's not huge. It's not a huge place at all. Big enough, of course. But who's in there. Oh, look at this one. It's all moved. There is a World War One Victoria Cross recipient in the graveyard somewhere, and I will try to find his grave, of course. I'll definitely try to. Same as a lot of these old graveyards with the old markers, you're not going to be able to read them. But we can still see them. That one's very hidden. Wow. So there's definitely some notable graves in here. Oh. 71 years old. So this one, if I can get over there, is quite famous. Can you guess who this is? So if I said Thomas Burberry, so he was born in 1835, passed away in 1926, and he's the started the fashion chain Burberry. And yeah, I'm not going to be moving all the foliage and stuff, but here are family members' names or initials around the edge with him. Yeah, Thomas Burberry. Such a huge fashion icon, if you like. Well, he is, isn't he? With such a remarkably low-key grave marker. I mean, I like it. So he's here with his family members. Wow. Rest in peace, Thomas. Rest in peace. Death 1888 is Elizabeth Franklin by the looks of it. Oh, that sun. The sun is out. I'm not complaining. Look at this, guys. It's pretty grown up. I think it's they have these conservation areas in graveyards nowadays, especially in the older sections, which I don't mind, obviously. Alright, let's keep looking. That's a cool one. Look at that. I can't read. I actually quite like that. Oh. Check out these chapel ruins. So within the Holy Ghost Cemetery you have the chapel ruins. Can you see? So the information. So the Chapel of the Holy Ghost arose out of a fierce dispute between Pope Innocent III and King John. It led to the Pope banning religious services in England for 6 years from 1208 and the King's excommunication in 1209. Basingstoke people were unable to bury their dead in the town's churchyard, so instead they used unconsecrated land on Chapel Hill, the area that now lies between the chapels and the railway. Wow. So we're standing in what would have been the very first chapel in this location. So in the 1300s, this would have been built. Obviously now in ruins, and part is missing, but this is all that's left. But you can look, you still see. I mean, that somebody's obviously had a good go at damaging that, but you can see where the church burials were. You know, within the chapel. I can't read them, but it's pretty cool, eh? Absolutely amazing. Wow. Awesome to see this still here, I have to say. Because far too often they get taken away, don't they? But as part of this cemetery's history, wow. Oh, there's gravestones in there, look. Look at that. Wonder where these are all from. I mean, I can't go in there, it's all locked up, obviously, but these are all inside this little tower. Wow. Goosebumps. Goosebumps. That must have been a huge chapel. Absolutely huge. They were doing some work on the outside of this one, so it looks like they're trying to keep it safe and keep it up. See the scaffold in there. That is amazing. Oh, I wished I could read these grave markers. Really do. So awesome. Goodness, I love things like this. I know I've already said that probably, but I just really do. I really do. What about you guys? What do we think? do I get that in a photograph? There we go. I mean, they are clearing up, obviously. We just come through winter, so it takes a bit of time to get everything tip-top. I kind of like the old rustic cemeteries, though. There's just something about these old cemeteries, like, it's not manicured. It's raw. It's rough. And it's pretty amazing. Pigeon just made me jump then. So cool. It's 1856. That's the other entrance down there. We came in the opposite entrance. James Blunden, 45 years, clerk of this parish, who died October 11th, 1886, aged 78 years. Wow. I can't read the rest of that. That one's Lucy Hayden. June 1880 she passed away. I can't read her age on there actually. Might show up better on the camera, but wow. Some hidden away in the trees over there. This is actually bigger than I thought. Wow. But these are all the grave markers we can see. Can you imagine the ones that we cannot see now? That have sunken down, been damaged, taken away. All traces gone. That looks like some soldiers' graves further up, so we're going to check them out. John and Anne Bartlett, 1896 and 1888. There's a beautiful statue over there. W.A. Oliver, Royal Marine Light Infantry, May 4th, 1916, aged 18. Goodness. John Liddell, Captain John Aidan Liddell, who died in Belgium. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. And we have some soldiers at the back there. So the leaflet for the war graves talks about Captain John Liddell. John Liddell volunteered for duty as war approached, not wishing to be a slacker. He joined the 3rd Battalion, Argyll and Sunderland Highlanders in 1911 and later trained as a pilot. Liddell spent 43 consecutive days in the trenches in command of the machine gun section before being awarded the Military Cross for action in France. Having transferred to the Flying Corps, Liddell's aircraft was raked by machine gun fire when he was flying over Belgium in July 1915. Despite his severe injuries, Liddell managed to fly the badly damaged plane back to safety and saved the life of his flying companion. But he died a month later of his own wounds, and he was awarded the Victoria Cross. Wow. He was awarded the cross after his death. My goodness, what a brave man. Rest in peace, Captain John Aidan Liddell. Rest in peace. The leaflets are really good. It gives you the details of all of them. So, W. Lacerte, Wilbury Lacerte, is Canadian. He worked as a clerk before the war. Awesome. And then there is Sylvester Braddock, Canada. He was born in England and moved to Canada before enlisting. James Robertson there. He was approved fit for military service, age 33, Canada. You see the maple leaf on the gravestones. And we have Julius de Pellicci. I'm really sorry guys if I've mispronounced any of these, not my strong point. And he was a Belgian man who served with the Canadian infantry. And then we have Van der Poorten Henry. He died at the Basingstoke Cottage Hospital, Belgium. Same, I think when it says Belgium that means that he's from Belgium. And there are some more listed on here that we're going to go and try and find. Let's go and that's probably these guys here, which the names I'm not going to be able to read, unfortunately. Let's take it back out. Yeah. There's an interesting statue at the back that I'm going to go and see. Look at this. This is beautiful. I love this. It just really stood out to me when I was far over there. I love that. The birdie loves it too. Some more soldiers down here. I always like to visit the soldiers so much. LLG William. Can't see him on here, but he was a pilot. Look at that. Royal Air Force. He passed away aged 21, 17th of June 1943. Wow. So young, eh? So young. W.A. Oliver. William Oliver. It just says he was a local man from Basingstoke, the Royal Marines Light Infantry, 4th of May 1916, aged 18 years. Yeah, too young. Look at that. Rare phenomenon in the UK. The sun is out. Briefly, the clouds are about to take it over. Wow. These beautiful flowers. Wow, they are so pretty. Ellen Green, you have some beautiful flowers to look at, my lovely. Look at that. 1912, Ellen passed away. Look. That one's completely taken over by flowers there. Charles Colebrook. 1911, 77 years old. Nice. Let's walk around this side. I think what I'll do with this one, because we're not seeing every single grave, obviously you can't see them all, but there are some notable people buried here. And at the end of the video, if you're interested, I will post pictures of the leaflets and regarding the notable graves, so you can all have a read, and if there's somebody here that you particularly want to see, then you can come and have a look, or if I'm ever in the area, I can come and have a look for you. What's going on with that one? Don't know. So in the cemetery, Mrs. Blunden is here. When her husband was away one night in 1674, Mrs. Blunden of Basingstoke felt unwell. Her maid went to the apothecary and bought her some poppy water, which was an opiate. Mrs. Blunden drank a glass and then promptly fell into a deep sleep from which she couldn't be roused. The apothecary pronounced her dead and she was buried in the cemetery. 3 days later, schoolboys heard the words, "Take me out of my grave," floating over the cemetery. Terrified, they ran for help, but the schoolmaster thought they were making it up. The next day they heard the voice again, and this time they were believed. But by the time Mrs. Blunden was exhumed, it was too late. They found her body scratched and bleeding from her attempts to escape the coffin. But they reburied her, made a grisly discovery the next day. Overnight, she had torn her coffin shroud. She had been buried alive, not once, but twice. That is the stuff of nightmares, is it not? And that's the story that's in the cemetery leaflets. That thought scares me, to be fair, being buried alive. There will be no burial for me, that's for sure. J. Strong, leading stoker, HMS Victory, 15th of April 1917, aged 39 years old. So there are some plaques on the wall back there. I think we've already seen these ones. It's on the way out. There's not a grave, is there? I thought there was a plaque related to her.
Well, there's a plaque, but they buried her twice.
I know, I read it. That's scary, eh?
Plaques underneath the green stuff.
Yeah, okay. So they've got some information plaques around the wall. I wonder where her grave is in this cemetery. Well, there you go. Mrs. Blunden, wife of William Blunden, Malster, was buried alive in this cemetery in July 1674. Parliament fined the town for its negligence. Crikey. So we do not know where Mrs. Blunden, Alice Blunden, is buried in the cemetery, but she's here somewhere. So, Mrs. Blunden, I am so sorry you went through what you went through. That must have been terrifying. Not once, twice. Bless your heart. Rest in peace. That's it, guys. I just had a little walk round, show you the area, show you the graveyard, the cemetery even, and the chapel ruins, which is pretty cool. Holy Ghost Cemetery in Basingstoke. Well worth a visit. Come and have a look around, and as I say, I'll leave some information at the end of the video. I'll show you some of the leaflets. I just put pictures up and you can read them at your leisure. So Adam and I are now heading off somewhere else. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. That would be appreciated. What did you say?
You said if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I said I did. It's not up yet.
Oh, the Adam's, well, I've worked Adam too hard this trip. And as I was saying, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you've been here. Do you have relatives buried here? It's a beautiful cemetery. Take care, everybody. See ya.